I am by name of Tumukunde Edison, AICM extension worker at Gwamahano, Batwa Settlement and Karenjere, Batwa Settlement. I am working with the Batwa communities, which I have already mentioned. To talk more about the Batwa, they were formerly living in the forest, Ichuya forest, as you are seeing there. They were relying on fruits plus honey, which they would get under the ground. That's the type of food that they would eat. Then when the government came in, they forced them out of the forest. Having forced them, they had no land. They were landless. Therefore, when Bishop Enoch Kayeye came in, he had to assist them in buying vast land where to settle them. That's why we're having different Batwa settlement, like Karenjere Batwa settlement, Gwamahano Batwa settlement, Murubindi Batwa settlement, plus other settlements from Bufundi and Butanda. The Batwa, when they got out of the forest, they started working for the Bachiga in order to get food. They would go around the bush, they would get robes. The robes that they would get, they would exchange it with the food from the Bachiga. In addition to that, they would even work for them with low pay because they had no any alternative. The Batwa also, they would suffer more because when the rain like the whole day, the Bachiga can't allow them to work for them because they know that they are going to the work they are going to do, they will not correspond with the food that they are going to get. When I had to raise that problem, I came in, I had to gather them at the meeting. I taught them how to change their attitudes from depending on the local people like the Bachiga and other people. So we started some of the projects like Irish potatoes, which you are seeing here. These are the very Batwa which started these projects in order to change their attitudes. They also started their local beehives, making local beehives in order to get honey out of the beehives to sell. And with the introduction of the LCF Uganda, which actually helped us in teaching the Batwa on how to change their attitudes from depending or relying on Bachiga, they had to appreciate their assistance by giving them beehives. The beehives that they are now getting from LC3F Uganda, it will help them to get honey to sell in order to get honey to sell and to get the money that you will get out of that honey will help them to buy food, to buy clothes and other scholastic materials. Because we're having like here 2 schools of Gwamahano and Murubindi. We are suffering more because these Batwa communities whom you are seeing here, they can't get food and clothes to clothe their children and even food to eat. Sometimes the children, they don't always go at school because of lacking food, because of lacking clothes. If it was not AICM, really AICM organization which is trying to clothe them, to give them food, really the Batwa communities would be suffering more. So we'd also request LC3F Uganda, which has come in to assist them by making beehives, to put into more consideration so that they can get more beehives, which will help them to get more honey to sell and get money to buy clothes, to buy books so that their children will also study like others. Because these Batwa children, they are also clever like the Bachiga. Eh? Because in P1, we had many Batwa community, many Batwa children who challenged the Bachiga. In P2 also, the Mutwa, the first Mutwa, got the second position, which means they are also clever. Then in P3, the Mutwa children also got a position of 3. We are having classes from P1 up to P5. And we are also requesting LC3F Uganda to assist us with more funds so that this year we can also get P6. Because we had from P1 to P5, and this year we are having P6 also. We are having also classes from Rubindi, P1 and P2. We are also putting there P3. So we also request other organizations to assist us in the construction of more classes, with crosses, also to assist us with food. Because for the Batwa children, they always sleep without food during the night. When we try to get them out of the homes to go to school, they say for us we are hungry, we are not going to school because we don't have food. Instead, they always go with their parents to get food from the Bachiga. So thank you very much as you continue to assist us in making beehives which would help them to get honey and money out of their project. Thank you.